we up? Are we running? Oh no. How are my levels? Where am I? What's going on? Are we good? Lighting is eh. Lighting is as good as it's gonna fucking get. Is it me or is it like zoomed into my head way more? Or should I just back off? I don't know. Oh yeah, we forgot to start on Instagram Live as well. I'm double dipping. Hi gang, what's up? Hi gang, what's up? I'm double dipping. I'm over here on Twitch on the Transverse, and I'm over here on Instagram Live. Like the top, what little I can see. Okay, everyone, big reveal. I'm gonna be honest with you right here, right now. I'm wearing a bathing suit. It's bathing suit time. Okay. Yeah, Val, back off. Back off from the mic. Am I being too loud? I'll be a lot gentler. How's that? Is that good? Gentle speak. Okay, all right. I'll pop up a little bit so you can see. It's like it's loud as shit. It's like a tank top kind of thing, you know? And there are inserts for like little booby inserts as well. Not that you needed to know that, but you know, if you see me in this another time and it's like I got bazongas, Val didn't get a boob job. It's just, you know, I put some inserts in there. I certainly do not have bazongas. I'm sure we can all mostly agree on that. I got my hair up in a little bun, trying a bun. Try a bun sometimes. I don't care if you have celiac, try a bun. That's what I always say. It doesn't matter if you have celiac or if you are a gluten hog. Put your hair in a bun. You know what I'm saying? Buns are okay in this house. What the fuck am I talking about? Working on setting up the show. So little distracted. You look extra pretty today. That's nice. Thank you. Speaking of inserts, I was thinking about this. Right off the top, I posted a video about this today, joking about. I just mentioned the inserts. I used to have these big fake boobies, right? Massive. And this is back when I had like I was extra meaty up in the shoulder area. I haven't worked out my shoulders in like 6 years, and I keep waiting for these things to fucking calm down. These guns. But I used to wear these giant falsies just to like maybe give it some proportion. I don't know. And so eventually, you know, when I started on hormones, I was like, don't need these anymore. Sayonara to these fucking, and they stunk. They spent a lot of time, you know, against my chest with like a thick layer of dense sweat that had nowhere to go. And my musk, not Elon Musk, my fucking testosterone heavy musk made them smell all weird and gross. So anyways, naturally I posted them on Facebook Marketplace and always cheering on your little growing baby head hairs. Oh yeah, look at this. Don't distract me. I'll get to that in a minute. I'm running very quiet, so if I miss something, I'm sorry. Sleeping people. All right, well, I can yell if you want me to. I'll just start yelling. Screw the people. What time is it where you are? It's 7:05. Could have been used as a butt. Good suggestion. No, I got plenty of ass. I'm ass enough. Did that make any sense? I don't know. When someone says, hey, do you want any sugar in your coffee? I go, no, no thanks. I'm sweet enough. You know? Oh, somebody's calling me. No thanks. No thanks. Stop calling me, people. People want to keep phoning me. Look, this is so distracting. 2 screens. This is horrid for my. Why does it? Okay. Focus Kiss. Okay, so when I sold off, when I finally started on hormones and when my hair was long enough that I was comfortable ditching the wigs, I sold everything on Facebook Marketplace, a whole bunch of clothes, the fake boobies, um like 20 wigs. I gave most of it away, and it was kind of cute. A lot of the people, a lot of the guys, a lot of the men that answered the ads and came in and like perused the wigs. I mean, some of them were drag queens, and like we just, casually talked about what they do. But some of them reminded me very much of me, young, closeted trans me, going into La Senza and being like, I'd like to buy a bra for my girlfriend, and then be like, okay, sure, your girlfriend. Oh, that's a nice gift idea. How big is she? And I would be like, they'd be like, what size is she? And I'd be like, about my size. you know? And in retrospect, it's like, who was I kidding, really? But when you work in retail, you couldn't give less a fuck, though, right? When you work in retail, it's, do you even listen to that kind of thing? Anybody who works in retail, whether on my Insta Live or on Twitch right now, tell me, when guys come in and they say they're buying something for their girlfriend, how easy is it to tell that they are buying it indeed for themselves? Sound off if anybody knows. But yeah, I used to be that person going in and being like, it's for my girlfriend. And then I would take, a ball gown into the change room at the Value Village at the thrift store and be like, if it fits me, it'll fit her, I promise. Who are we kidding, Who are we fooling sometimes? Anyways, happy Pride, bitch asses. Happy Pride, idiots. Happy Pride, my gays and lesbians and bisexuals and transgenders and queers and two spirits and asexuals and agenders and all and plus and plus and plus. Happy Pride and plus. Is that like homophobic to say and plus? That's kind of cool, to belong to the and plus group. Am I wrong? Is it homophobic to say happy Pride to the and plus group? Can I categorically just, combine them? Or am I being like homophobic from the inside, Just looking for answers. That's all. I got the Telecaster back there. I'm going to play a little guitar later. If it's cool with you guys. I don't know. I don't want to be presumptuous. Happy Pride to the Disney Pluses out there. Yeah, I like that. If you belong to the plus section of LGBTQ2+, then this pride's for you, okay? You crazy bananas. You uncategorized, you free from all labels, crazy bananas. I love you. I love you. God bless you. Good luck to you. I don't know about you guys, but I'm finding myself, I'm part of the generation that hates phone calls. And I don't want to speak on behalf of an entire generation, but when people call you, are you supposed to get as upset about it as I do? Is that a thing? Like, I mean, if you need to know something from me and it could be figured out in a text, don't fucking call me. If you want to be my friend, the quickest way to our friendship is not through the telephone. Do not call me or I will never be your friend. Some people are like, I meet people at a show. I'm sorry. I'm going to just say it. I've probably said it I do not answer the phone unless so necessary. Exactly. You know, I'm in this phase right now where after a show, I'll meet somebody and I'll chit and I'll chat and I'll hang with the world's greatest, you know? I'll chill at the back, people will come back, people want to talk to me. That's all well and good. But a lot of people believe that I have become their best friend, and then they follow up on whatever social media platform and just start calling me. Why? Please don't call me. Stop calling me. Especially if I met you last night after a show and I thanked you for coming out. That was not an invitation for you to call me. Do not call me. We are not besties now. My friendship roster is full. It's full. Okay? I'm not looking for a point guard. I already have one on the roster. I'm not looking for a shooting guard. I already have one of those. And I barely pay him any attention because, you know, I'm looking to substitute him for somebody else. But not you, person I just met last night. You know? Okay, I don't want this to be a complainy fest. I have an idea. I have an idea to pivot into a section for all of us to enjoy, okay? Check this out. I mean, on the Twitch stream, it just looks like I'm a bodybuilder wearing an apron. You know? It looks like I'm naked and I'm wearing a kitchen apron. Like I was in the middle of making fucking bacon naked in the kitchen. Making bacon naked in the kitchen. That was an Eminem rhyme. Who am I, Eminem? I'm naked in the kitchen making bacon. Making bacon in the kitchen naked. Cracking my knuckles. Sonic Fuckles. I don't know. I can't freestyle. Why did I even try? Oh, what was I just saying? Classic me. Totally forgetting what my point was. Hey, but it's the bathing suit episode, you know? Gonna just hang in a bathing suit. So this is a segment that I started doing on my podcast. Podcast. I'm so distracted. I'm so distractible. This is becoming a real issue. I get nothing done during the day. Nothing at all. Anyways, there's a segment on my podcast where I go into old notes from my old stand-up notebooks and I fish for jokes. Fishing for jokes. That's not what the segment is called over there, but fuck it. We're going to call it Fishing for Jokes. Plumbing the depths of old notebooks of mine that I wrote jokes in. And we're just going to see if there was anything funny back then. Because I have so much. I have so many of these filled to the brim. I started when I was 17 years old filling these. And so I have like 9 of them. So there's just like an absolute gold mine of shitty material, by the way. Let's not get our expectations up because this is going to be pretty bad, I think. And we're just going to make it work, though. We're going to make it work. So, picking a random page and just going to start reading. Cool? Cool. I mean, it's not like you can say much about it. Ha. All right, so this commence joke telling. There's hair everywhere. And I don't even own a dog. Am I shedding? Is this my summertime shed? Am I a dog? Why am I shedding so much hair? When did this happen? Why are my legs so wet? I'm gonna turn on this fan. Oh, now it's cold. Now it's fucking cold. What do I do? All right, that's enough. Okay, plumbing the mines, fish in the depths of comedy here. Here we go. I think I've got a good grasp on The Secret, even though I've never read it because I visualize myself reading it all the time. Boom! Booyah! Ayo! Brittany Ferris and I were talking about how hilarious you are the other. Oh, that's nice. Thanks. That was a pretty good joke. Look, do you guys remember The Secret? Who remembers The Secret? How that was a big deal when Oprah Winfrey had some guy on her show and he was like, I dreamt of having a Lamborghini and I ate, slept and pooped Lamborghini, and I put pictures of a Lamborghini all over my walls, and then one day I had a Lamborghini and everybody was like, take my money. You wrote a book about that? I know I'm like way oversimplifying The Secret, but that was essentially it. All it was just visualizing what you want and setting this is what I understand. I never read it. But I visualized myself reading it all the time. 10 out of 10. My mom read that and forced it on me like a religion. See, I know I hear the results speak for themselves. That The Secret, it works. Can anyone else attest to that? So correct me if I'm wrong, Spencer, but it's basically an exercise in positive affirmation and visualizing and goal setting and just working towards a more just a clear vision of a plan of attack. Knowing what you want and going for it. I think I never read it, but there it is. And I forget what point I was going to make. This is a problem, isn't it? It's too hot in here. I'm just going to spend this whole episode complaining about people calling me and just how hot or how cold it is in here. Am I going through some kind of a hormone-related manufactured menopause, maybe? Did somebody slip me some estrone? That's the one, right? That's all it is. But then people also thought if they thought they didn't have cancer, they would cure their own cancer. Yes. Okay. So that's the thing. Yeah. I think people took it a little too literally. And as it tends to go with those self-help trends, people forget that they have to actually actively help themselves and be a little bit more informed than just, hey, if I close my eyes and wish hard enough, maybe it'll happen. And it's like, no, you gotta buy the book, I guess, for starters. Can you imagine if I was like a secret shill for The Secret? A secret shill for The Secret? Is that a harrowing noise? Harrowing. That's the only way I would describe that noise. I can manifest anything with my mind. See? If you think you can do that, you already lost. All right, next jokes. Wow. I arranged my box set of Seinfeld's season 1 and 2 DVDs in between season 1 and 2 of Chappelle's Show. I call it my Oreo box set. See, that's a fun racial joke. It's a racial joke about putting a white guy in between 2 seasons of a black comedian's show and calling it the Oreo box set. Listen, they aren't all good. I would have been what age? What age would I have been? I don't know. Early 20s when I wrote that? And now there's just a picture. See, some of these notebooks are just filled with, there's a picture of a giant slug. Oh, that's what this is. So at one point in my life, my roommate and friend, one person, not two. You can be friends with your roommate. It's 2023. Get with the program, people. Let's not be bigots. You are allowed to be friends with your roommate. Don't be a bigot. Roommate and friend is one person in this scenario, even though they could be two, but not always. Anyways, my roommate and friend, one person, not two, Steven, is a video game designer, and he was designing this card based. It was kind of like Magic cards ish, I guess. He was designing this card game, and he asked me to illustrate or give some ideas for some of the characters, some of the, action cards or whatever. And I immediately got to work in my notebook, sketching up different characters, spells, attacks. And this one is called Dead Frog Taped to a Missile. And it's just a picture of a dead frog taped to him. It's, pretty self-explanatory. I'm gonna let you guys see it. Can you see that? It's a little dead frog there with its legs. I mean, I didn't account for motion, its legs aren't exactly waving in the air. But, it's, there we go. I'll let you guys see it too. Look, it's a little frog taped to a missile. All right, let's skip to another joke. This feels like Zoom comedy again. You know what I'm talking about? Like performing, picking up stuff at my desk and talking about it to dead silence. I don't miss it, but I did love the horse's head in the bed. Huh? The guitar? What are you talking about? I don't miss it, but at the same time, a part of me does. You know what? A lot of comedians trashed Zoom comedy over the course of the pandemic, but it really wasn't all that bad. It was something to do that wasn't drinking copious amounts of alcohol until you pass out for the 6th day in a row on a Monday, Hey, Queen, happy Pride, slay. Well, fucking, thank you. Oh, wasn't that fun? Hey, look at that. It really settled. It really settled in a nice way. I don't know what to do with this part, Shroud my face. The part of my face I don't like. Just totally two-face it. How does one be sexy, How does one act sexy? Is part of it just like covering things up? Is that part of the allure? Being half shrouded? That's the thing. Like, being sexy it's a state of mind, right? Right? It's a confidence thing. But not always. You have to do more things. You have to do more than just be confident. As anybody will attest, you have to be able to you have to be able to say and do things and be graceful and do this, Was that sexy? That's why, I will say this. Fuck, now it's all up in my mouth. Sorry, I was born sexy. I don't know what you mean. Look, only for practical reasons like food on your face and whatnot. I don't know. Is being sexy just not having food on your face? This is the thing. Before I transitioned, acting sexy isn't exactly a thing. No, at least, okay, this is speaking purely for myself, okay? So if you disagree, then, cram it in your crumble. I don't know what to tell you. This reflects my opinion and mine alone. But before I fucking transitioned, I never thought that being like actively sexy as a guy, it just wasn't a thing. You don't the way to be sexy as a guy is you just stand there real serious and maybe flex and go yeah. You have to go, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's just, for men, it's more about confidence, Huh? Yeah. You like that? Oh. It was low effort. But now, I feel like, uh, you know, now that I'm on the other side of things, you have to like, of course, looks factor in majorly, but graceful is the word I'm looking for. You have to be graceful, you know? Don't you? I don't know how to listen. If somebody asks me to give them a lap dance, I'm just gonna sit on them. I'm just gonna sit on them and like rub my butt around like they're scratching an itch. I'm gonna sit and then kind of wiggle around like I have an ingrown hair and their belt buckle is scratching an itch on my bum. You know? For me, the serious face doesn't work when you're a guy. You just gotta raise an eyebrow and look at someone like a rock. You know? Gotta go family stuff. Okay, see ya. Sorry, it got weird. You know what I'm talking about? Um. Da 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 da. You have to be the Scorpion King, basically. If you want to be a hot man, you have to be the Scorpion King. You have to be the Rock and go, oh, yeah. And just, you have to do bicep curls. You don't have to know how to dance, you know? I think I'm probably overcomplicating it. But like I said, if somebody ever asked me to give them a lap dance, I'm just going to rub my ass like it's itchy on their belt buckle. But I think that's kind of the point. I think for men, I was gonna say it's probably easy if they're attracted to you. I think in the end, if they're attracted to you, no matter who they are, then there isn't much you can do to turn them off, is there? I mean, you could have a brown accident if anal is involved. Oh no, Al! Why would you go there? I'm gonna move on. Let's move on to something else, shall we? I'll ask a bunch of people on Instagram for that. Instagram is live in the chat, and Twitch is not. That look is weird. Why can't you just say you have to be a giant scorpion man made from CG? It's easy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bud. Oh yeah, bud. My sister's in Newfoundland right now, and she said that my nephew, her son, one person, not two, was in the elevator. Where's my phone? I had oh, my fucking phone is obviously right here, dumbass. Uh, my sister had sent this text to us. She was like, we shared an elevator in Newfoundland with this guy who was like, who my nephew was standing by the buttons, and the guy was like, 8th floor bay. And my nephew was like, huh? And it was like, 8th floor bay. So he was trying to say 8th floor, boy. Or something like that. And my nephew looked at him like he was crazy. He's like, did you just cast a hex on me? Am I gonna get swallowed by a fucking orca next time I go swimming? What have you done, magical Newfoundland man? Magical Newfoundland Labrador? Who's from Labrador, you know? Why do we call it Newfoundland Labrador when nobody's actually from the Labrador? And are they Labradorian? And if they're blonde, do we call them Golden Labs? You know? These are all important questions. If someone can answer them for me, please. I'm hopeless. Very important questions to ask of humanity. You know? I posted a video of me honking my inserts. Here, one sec. Let me grab them. Huh? Don't look at my bum. Huh? Aren't these... Hey, if you have these, aren't they the funnest thing of all time? Squish, squish, squish. Honk, 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 honk. I posted a video of me like honking these. Oh, put it in. Boop. Just gonna put it in. Honk, honk, honk. And then I zoomed in on my hands, and I have like really vascular Spider-Man hands. Look at these things. I'm transparent. When did I become a ghost? As a Newfie, you never say Newfoundland and Labrador unless you're from Labrador. Exactly. Exactly. If you're from Labrador, I hate to say it, but YBWC, bitch. And YBWC stands for, yeah, but who cares? Huh. Had to grab the other one. Don't want to be disproportionate. Honk, 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 honk. Gonna put the other one in. You know what? There is no shame in wearing falsies. I'm gonna say it. If you wear falsies, good for you. Ain't nothing false about you. You're living large and in charge. And authentically. And if you like to wear falsies, then good for you. My eyes are up here. You can't even see it behind the wall of text. So that kind of works out. These are just for me. These are just for me. Honk, 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 honk. Sometimes it's fun to just give it a little honk. You know what I'm saying? Honk, honk, honk it up. What are you, a Canada goose? Don't matter. Honk it up. Give your boobs a honk. Shake them if you got them, you know? Maybe that's the key to being sexy, is just honking, but in a seductive way. Honk, 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 honk. All right, I'll stop. There was a list of things I wanted to talk about, but it's all the way over there. Should I take a guitar break and just play a little guitar for your ass? Or should I save that for the last 10 minutes of this thing? Because that's what I was kind of contemplating. I want to grab my notes real quick. Because look at this. Look at this. Look at this setup. Look at this. Look at all that. Look at... Look. Look at that. See? I set up so hard for you guys. And I'm going to play guitar at some point. Because among the jokes and among the tirades and among the points that never seemed to really conclude because I got distracted 6 times in one tangent, among all that stuff, I'm still a whirlwind talent. And it's undeniable. And so you cannot deny me when all I want to do is have some fun, you know? Just like what's her face, the singer. Who sang that? 10 points to whoever says Sheryl Crow. Sheryl Crow. All I wanna do is have some fun. Right? Right? Okay, I'm grabbing my notes. Oh no, where are you? Okay. Here's the funny thing that I won't end up talking about anywhere else. Exclude content. Here for Hugh and Hugh. And Hugh? Is anybody named Hugh up in here? So a couple weekends ago, Steve McQueen's song rules. It rules. It rocks and it rolls. A couple weeks ago, I had a weekend in Ottawa. I performed at Ottawa Absolute Comedy Club. Great club. I made the owner uncomfortable, he told me to my face, which, you know, don't we all love hearing that? Isn't that nice to hear from someone? Especially someone who's paying you, you know? Thanks for the check. Oh, I make you uncomfortable? Well, thanks for the money. You know, it's free not to say that shit out loud. But, oh, I was at Absolute back in a few, spelt like Bach. Honk honk. So I did I did Absolute Ottawa 2 weeks ago, and I took a ride on this rideshare thing in like this big Mercedes-Benz van thing. We all like pitched in and we all drove together in this van. And the driver, what's his face? The driver, Anton, very Russian guy. I won't hold that against him. But Anton, announced to the group as we all walked in, I had a sandwich, and I was like, "Can I eat my sandwich?" And he goes, "No eating in the car. I had too many people ruin that for you guys." And I was like, "Fair enough." And while I was sitting there for the first hour, starving, hangry, I was like, there is nothing, truly nothing, stopping me from just eating it right in front of him. You know what I mean? See you later, Thomas. There's nothing stopping me from saying, "What are you going to do about it?" and taking out a sandwich and just eating it, getting fucking lettuce and mayo all over my chair. But of course, that only an asshole would do that, and I am not an asshole. Okay? But 2 other people on this bus were assholes and just went ahead and ate. No, what happened was, so the whole time I was like, for the first leg of the drive before we stopped, I was like, you know, I could be in one of these situations. It's one of those situations where you dream about being a dick in your head, where you're like, wouldn't it be fun to just once in a while do something that somebody asks you explicitly not to do? Wouldn't it be fun every once in a while to do an asshole move that would be mostly harmless and a victimless crime, as long as I didn't get any fucking lettuce or mayo or buffalo sauce on my seat? Who cares? You know? And I was ruminating on this for the first 2 hours. And then we stop, we have a 15-minute break, and then as everybody's climbing into the van, this couple comes back with fucking one of those, with like a bento box of KFC. Just an open faced with gravy and fucking coleslaw and mac and cheese, like a takeout Thanksgiving feast from KFC. And both of them walk up to the car and they're like, "Hey, we didn't have time to finish it." And he goes, "Oh, all right, fine. You can eat in the car." And I was like, wow, they circumvented the whole thing. They're kind of heroes of mine to have completely done away with the rules and been like, they did exactly what I was in my head ruminating about for 2 hours. They were just like, "Can't eat in the car? Fuck you. I'm gonna have a 26-piece meal, bitch, with gravy and coleslaw and a fucking dinner roll." You know? Greasy finger food, KFC. If that's not being like, I think there's in this world, there are assholes. And surely this couple were a couple of dickbags. Couple of assholes, yes. But every once in a while, somebody will do something so I don't care about what you think, that in your head, you can only admire them, you know? In your head, you're like, wow, I wish I had your audacity. I think that's it. I envy the audacity of someone to be like, "Stop me." And then being like, and then it's always funny to watch someone go, "Ah, fine," you know? Like, what are you gonna do about it? And then getting somebody's bluff called on them. I mean, I'm not a champion of douchey behavior. No. I think the world actually revolves a little more smoothly. I think things run a little bit more gently when we all cooperate and we adhere somewhat to the status quo, as long as it's victimless, you know? But in situations like these, god damn, I have no notes. Full salute. I salute you, KFC couple. Get your KFC. Sometimes you need to get a chicken skin in you. You know? Sometimes you need to hoove a drumstick halfway from Ottawa to Toronto, you know? That's what I'm saying. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah. I'm trying to think of other. It's one of those things where you fantasize about being an asshole. And surely I'm not the only one who does this. Because I spend so much of my life just abiding by the rules. I'm such a goody two shoes. One time I went snowboarding with my dad and he went down a hill, a run that we weren't supposed to. There was a sign at the top that said, "Children are skiing here, lessons." So dude, this run is closed for children's. It was a children's race. That's what it was. It was like, don't go down here. Kids are racing. And my dad just went, "Fuck you." Boom, and just went down the hill. And me being the beta bitch that I am, I was like, but I don't want to lose my father. If I go on a different run, how will I locate my precious father? And so I followed him and just and like clenched my butt cheeks the whole way down because I knew what I was doing was wrong, not illegal, but frowned upon. And my point is, I don't do assholey things, you know? That's just not me. And I have such a strong guilt complex that even things that aren't illegal, but are just